Hello everyone, it's Peg here, and I've got a real quick, kind of short tutorial for you today. The reason is because I want you to move on and do other things, but let me talk to you about what we're going to do. What I have is some coated paper here. Now, this one is a matte coat. It has a matte finish, but it also is coated so that the inks and things don't soak right into it. This is what they call chrome coat. And you can get both of these from the same company, or actually there are a number of companies that carry this. This one is from Judikins, and you can see it comes in chrome coat and it comes in matte coat and a few other things, but this happens to be the chrome coat paper. And that's what I'm going to work with first. Well, actually I'm going to work with both of them, so I just want you to see what it looks like. So what I want to show you is how to achieve this kind of look here for these cards. You see it kind of looks like a cracked something, or how, people say, well, how did they get that masked off? It's one layer. How did they get that one layer look? So let me show you how that's done. Now what you're going to need, I'm going to use some Adirondack inks. I have denim, cranberry, and butterscotch. What I like to stay with are those primaries because they're going to mix and blend on the paper. And I like to use these stipple or stencil brushes. These are stipple brushes. This is an all-purpose stipple brush, and these are okay, but the bristles are brittle, so they'll break off a little bit once in a while. This is a Dreamweaver stencil brush, so it's a much better brush because it's made for stenciling, and it kind of holds up to what we're going to do here today. So I have them designated for the color that I'm going to use them with. So I've got a set for the red, I've got a set for the blue, and a set for the yellow, and I'm going to use both brushes so that you can see what the effect is. So what you're going to do is you're just going to come in and pick up on that brush. You're just going to pick up the color, and you can either swirl like this, or if you want a lighter, more dappled look, you can stipple on this way. Both of these are effective. Let me use the other brush now with the same color and show you what that looks like. Here's a swirl, and here's a stippling with that brush. Okay, so that's basically the technique right there. Now, what I have here is you want to cut your card down to the size that you want, because when you're going to work on these pieces, you're going to tape out the areas that you don't want the ink to go into. So this is taped very similarly to what this card is. So when you make your card, it's going to be taped out on the edges. And what I do is I take the tape, and I'll use a removable tape, like this is some painter's tape, but you're going to tear it to get the uneven look for this one. Or if you don't want that, you just have it in strips, so that it's a square edge. But if I want this uneven edge, then that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to have this jagged edge, and it's going to be out here like this. So what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm just going to pick up some color, and I'm going to get it down here, and it's gonna be in different areas on my card. And I'm gonna go to the red now. I always start with butterscotch or a light yellow, or my lightest color first. I'm gonna grab some of this. It's gonna blend here on the page. And then last color is the blue. And the blue and the yellow are going to make green. And the blue and the red are going to make purple, right? Okay, so that's basically how you get your color on. Now, what you want to do is stamp into these areas, and sometimes if you don't want it to go over into another area, if you notice here, sometimes I go across the whole thing. Sometimes I just want it to stay within a certain area, depending on, you know, like if you just want to put a quote or something in there, you may want to mask off. And you can do that just with your Post-it notes, or I have a big Post-it removal labeling tape. So then I can come in, I can take something like this, which is a background stamp, and a permanent ink like Archival or Memento, or, you know, one of those inks stays on that's going to be permanent. And if I don't want this to come up into this area, then I'm going to mask that. Let me turn it up this way. Mask that, and I'm going to stamp right in that section, and it's going to stay within that area. And then if I want to stamp this little section over here, I can come in and just capture that little corner, and it's all about the masking. It helps if you let your ink dry a little bit, or just hit it with a heat tool so that you're not smearing it. I'm kind of working in a hurry. But what I want to tell you about is this is part of the Inspiration Conspiracy blog, or video hop, excuse me, not a blog hop. Okay, so I want you to be sure and check out the information that's below in the description, and click on the next person in the group, because it'll just run you right through the whole group if you follow the lead of the first person in the top. So get that very last piece. It's always that last piece, isn't it? Ah. Okay. Okay, so you can see how crisp and clean that comes out. And then you can just mount it on something to make it pop off your page, and you can put it onto a card like this. And voila, you got a quick, easy card. You can put a sentiment right over that, and that's it. Okay, I lied, so shoot me. I've got a minute and a half, a full minute and a half, and I'm going to show you more. Duh. Here's that other stamp that had 4 sections. These are great. You can mask them off just the same way that you did. And, you know, this Post-it stuff comes in all different sizes now, so you can get it like in 1/4 inch and all different shapes and sizes. Then here's another stamp. This one is a Hero Arts one. And same thing here. You've got a place here that you can mask off, and, you know, just, of course, if you're like me, you're looking for, where did I put that skinny tape? Yeah, I don't know. So, but I did want to show you guys this because it's kind of important, right? So, I really am going now, but, so I got 30 seconds left, and I'm going to give it back to you. So, go see everybody else. Bye.